So the question asks, how did Nazis originally collaborate with Zionists? It's an interesting question, and I think there's some misconception around this question. I think collaborate is the wrong word to use, but let's dig into it. Behind me we have the Haavara Agreement, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but it is essentially a document that was signed between the Nazi government and the Zionist Federation of Germany in 1933. Essentially, it was a transfer agreement. Essentially, this agreement facilitated the emigration of Zionist German Jews to Palestine. If a German Jew wanted to emigrate to Palestine, they would give over a portion of their assets to the Nazi government that would then be given back in Palestinian currency. And here we can see two coins on the right-hand side, obviously the Zionist, and on the left-hand side, they're the Nazi coin. So, does this mean that there's collaboration? Not really. There was essentially mutual benefit in both parties agreeing to this, but in no way were they ideologically connected. This was not a way for the Nazis to support Zionism. This was a way for the Nazis to expel what they perceived were subhumans from Germany. There were still many within the Nazi government who were quite upset with this agreement, as they believed it did not answer the Jewish question. Even within the Zionist movement, there was quite a bit of division over this agreement. Some supported it as a necessary means for survival. Even in 1933, the Nazi persecution of the Jews was rather extreme in both economic and societal factors. The other side of the Zionist argument found it as morally compromising to do any sort of work with the Nazi government. So this was not in any means an endorsement of Zionism by the Nazi Party whatsoever. Their primary goal was to expel Jews from Germany. Essentially, they didn't care where they went. If they went to Palestine, it didn't really matter to them. If they went to Canada or United States, it didn't really matter. They just wanted Jews out of Germany. And of course, as the Nazi Party ideologies developed further, it became world extermination. It was controversial at the time and is controversial today. I mean, there's lots of different angles you can take looking at the agreement. There's lots of sides and perspectives you can see. It's very interesting. It's very sad that an agreement like that ever had to exist. Extremely tragic in my point of view. That something like that could have ever existed. It's just baffling to me. But there was the misconception at one point that the Nazis and Zionists did collaborate, and that's just